So I've been using the Viper V3 Pro for a little longer now, and I can safely say that I will be returning this mouse. If you haven't watched my other video on the Viper V3 Pro, I recommend you check that video out first, because I'll be briefly going over what I said in that video and basically just adding on to that in this video. Basically, I didn't like the shape of the mouse because I couldn't really get used to the shape of the mouse, and that is still the case even after using it for a bit longer. I feel like I can't really lock in with the mouse compared to my V2 or my Beast X. When I'm using my V2 or the Beast X, I feel like I flick really easily with the mice, but with the V3 for some reason I can't flick as good as I do on these mice. Yeah, I just can't really lock in. But the more I use this mouse, the more I find QC issues. The most annoying thing about this mouse is that the bottom side button feels more stiff than the top side button. And I don't know how I didn't notice this at first, but after using the mouse for longer, it really bothers me. And another thing is that a viewer pointed this out actually, but the scroll wheel is actually wobbly, and I feel a bump when I wobble it. It feels like I'm literally readjusting the position of the scroll wheel. Now I've been using these mice for a lot longer, and I don't have that issue on the V2, and there's slight wobble on the Beast X and the Death Adder, but it's not to the point where I feel a bump, like I'm totally readjusting the position of the scroll wheel. Now for $220, these little QC issues really bother me, and I feel like a big brand name like Razer should not have these issues, because now this mouse just feels like a test unit. It doesn't feel like the product is finished. And yeah, in my original video I said that the switches on both the main switches and the side buttons are mushy, but I've gotten used to that over time. They don't feel as mushy as they felt when I first tried the mouse, but now whenever I go back to my Beast X, it only makes the Beast X feel better. But yeah, so for a premium price tag of 220 Canadian dollars, I really feel like the value of this mouse is just not worth it. Even though this mouse may have like the best specs on the mouse market right now, you could get way cheaper mice with almost to no QC issues at all and still play better than someone who has this mouse, even though this mouse has better specs. In terms of value, I really do believe that this mouse is not worth it, and that is basically why I will be returning this mouse, because there's so many better things I can get with $220.